Hey guys, welcome back to Laura's Little Luxuries. My name is Laura, and here on my channel I love to share with you guys the little luxuries that I am blessed to be able to bring into my life even as I live on a budget. A lot of times those are little splurges for me, but I'm luckily able to find pretty good deals on stuff a lot of the time, and today is one of those days. So I just showed you guys in a previous video actually this beautiful medium crossbody in Cinnamon Bear that I got for an absolute steal on Treet. My alerts were coming in handy. I have an alert set up for every time a new medium crossbody gets posted, and usually I just look at the emails and delete them and move on, but that one was $65. I could not say no to it. This was another one. I had just purchased the Cinnamon Bear one when suddenly I got an alert for this one, and this is another medium crossbody. This was somebody else's sea sail fail. You guys, this is a Mondelo Brandy zip medium crossbody that was sold for $75 plus shipping, so $84 was the total. I couldn't believe it. This is a very sought after color. It's one that is still a sea sail unicorn. They've never released Mondelo Brandy on the website in any style of bag, and it's beautiful. I have a medium tote that I received in a trade that I love. It's so soft and buttery and squishy, and it's just beautiful. So you know how big of a fan I am of those medium crossbodies. I'm so excited to get into this one and see what it looks and feels like. So let's get right into it. I definitely do need to turn off those medium crossbody alerts on Treet now because I have enough. I'm at capacity, but they do come in very handy. So if there's a particular bag style that you love and you're just kind of wanting to wait until something really good comes your way, I would recommend going to Treet and setting up a, it's under like item request, and I can show you guys how to do that if you want to see it, but you can't unfortunately request a specific color, but you can request a style and a size. So the medium crossbody has been set up for me for a while. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, already this is even better than I had anticipated. So we've got a card. Let's see what that says. And I don't recognize the name of the seller. Her name is Joan, but I don't personally know a Joan. But it's a cute little card. And it says, "Thank you, happy holidays. I love this color. The style was not for me. I prefer zippers. Please also enjoy the organizer as a treat." So actually, I forgot. This is not a zipped medium crossbody. This is a classic, which I was fine with because the price was so good. And honestly, I don't require a zipper all the time. There were a couple of bags that I was particularly looking for a zipper with, but usually I'm pretty open to just having the classic open style bag or a snap. So she included a small canvas organizer, just because, which is so nice. I wonder if maybe she got this with like a Lola purchase or something when they were doing the buy one get one deals. But this is a small in the color Sesame, and I know it's small because I have a medium in Sesame, and I know it's bigger than this. So I love this. I don't often use the canvas organizers, but I have actually been really curious about the small and how it might fit into some of my different bags. And so I'm really excited to have this to test out, and I can show you guys maybe a little comparison between the medium and the small in various bags. So thank you so much, Joan. If you ever watch my videos, if you find your way here, I really, really appreciate the extra little freebie. That's so nice, and I will put it to good use. We also got some stickers. Always a nice little surprise. And here is the bag. Mondelo Brandy. I love it. The pebbles are perfection. Look at how nice and even those are. Like they're pronounced. You can definitely see the pebbles. But they're not like all uneven and wonky all over the bag, which, you know, I love a chonky wonky pebble, but this is really nice. Like this just feels like super high quality. Wow. This color, it's so squishy. I don't even know how to describe it. It's buttery. It looks like milk chocolate. It's such a pretty brown. And it's really versatile because it is warm, but it's not like reddish brown like Nutmeg can lean. And it's not like orangey yellow like Sienna. and it's not dark like cold brews, so it's really a very nice medium tone neutral brown color. I wanted to give you guys a few quick comparisons to some of PLG's other browns, because I know that when you're looking online sometimes it can be hard to really know how different they are. So we've got the Mondelo Brandy in this video, and probably the color that this is closest to would be Nutmeg, but Nutmeg is pretty different. So this is my Nutmeg Sloan, and you can see that it's a more reddish brown, and it's a little bit darker, I think. The character of the pebbles is different. Like this is, or well, maybe not. Maybe it's just the color. Like this is such an opaque color. It's all very like one tone across the bag. Whereas with Nutmeg, there's a little more variation. You can kind of like see through the dye to the natural grain of the leather a little bit more. So there's those two, Nutmeg and Mondelo Brandy. And then of course Cinnamon Bear is pretty close to Nutmeg, but it is a little bit darker, at least this one is, and a little more red, and it's got a lot of that depth too. Mondelo Brandy is not going to have any pull up. If you squeeze it and squish it, it's going to look exactly the same. Cinnamon Bear, a lot of pull up is going to come out, so that means like when I squeeze the bag on the folds, it brings out that like lighter, kind of brighter red color. And then there's the deeper parts where I didn't squeeze. The dye kind of like moves around as you manipulate it. So Cinnamon Bear, Nutmeg does the same thing with the pull up. Then here's Cold Brew. And Cold Brew also has a lot of pull up. You can see I actually just flipped this last night and squished it around. So it's actually got some really interesting pull up coming out right now. I'm really trying to soften this bag up, and it's working well. Like I've noticed a huge difference since I've started rolling it and squishing it and flipping it. But there are those two. So Cold Brew is very dark. It's the darkest of the pebbled browns. Both beautiful, both pretty neutral tones. Like I would say that these are fairly similar on the like warm to cool scale, but much darker with a lot more pull up, very one tone and lighter. It's kind of like milk chocolate versus dark chocolate. All right, and then I've got Sienna, which this is not really very similar at all. They're kind of on the same scale of lightness, but Sienna is very orange with like a yellow interior, and Mondelo Brandy is much cooler in tone. So they've both got good pebbles though. Sienna has really chunky pebbles on this particular bag. But again, Sienna has more of that sort of transparent, like you can see the grain of the leather through it. And it has a little bit of pull up, not a whole lot, but you can tell when it's been squished. And of course Mondelo Brandy does not. And then lastly, I figured I would just show you my Meadow Rancher wallet, because this is the same color as honey. So if you've been looking at honey bags, this is the color of it, and it looks very similar to Mondelo Brandy here, but I will tell you that they don't seem similar in person. Again, this feels like a much more like natural finish. Meadow has, of course, the stamped print in it. Honey doesn't. The inside of honey is sort of this really nice light brown color. Mondelo Brandy is much darker inside. And they feel very different because honey is a smooth leather and it's got that like, you know, just smooth finish, whereas this is very squishy. Honey is also much stiffer and more structured, and Mondelo Brandy is not. So they look kind of similar to the eye, especially on camera, but there's definitely a difference to them in person. It's hard to describe, but there's a very different quality to this like opaque yet squishy leather. Well, I do have this honey small circle actually, I forgot about this, but here you can see just plain honey next to the Mondelo Brandy. It's a little more golden, very smooth, very stiff and structured. So I hope those color comparisons helped. Let me know if you have questions about any other particular browns. I don't think that I own any other of the browns that would be close to this, but I could maybe try to help describe differences if you want to ask me questions about them. Oh, that's an incredible leather smell in this bag. It's got the crossbody strap inside of it. Very nice. It's getting a little curly on the end. We gotta fix that. But yeah, this bag seems to be in absolutely perfect condition. I don't know if Joan ever carried it. It kind of looks like she didn't. I know she mentioned that she loved the color, but the size didn't work, so maybe she tried it out a couple of times. I'm totally fine with that. I have no issues with a slightly used bag at all. As long as it's in good shape and it's clean and nice, that's all I really care about, and this one certainly is. Yeah, this is just gorgeous. And it's such a steal. So again, Joan, if you're watching, thank you so much for letting this go at such a great price. You probably could have gotten a lot more money for it, and so I'm sorry that I didn't pay you more, but I'm really, really happy that I was able to afford to snap this one up. I think this would go really well with some of my straps. I've got both the like Amazon kind of aftermarket straps, and then I've got a couple from PLG too. So let me grab those and we'll just see how those colors look against Mondelo Brandy. So I got both of these Highline straps because I thought that they would be like pretty good colors to go with a lot of my neutral bags. I got this one, I think was called Ivory Cream, which is a little misleading because it's neither ivory nor cream on the leather. And then the strap, I guess it does have like this cream color on the outside, but that middle is not ivory or cream. So I don't know who was naming this and what they were on, but whatever. I still like the strap. So I get myself organized here. Okay, so here's that strap against the Mondelo Brandy. I think it looks pretty good. I maybe don't love this like orangey brown, but the actual seatbelt strap against the Mondelo Brandy looks pretty good. I'm gonna tuck the original strap down inside so it's not in the way. Look at how floppy this is. I shook it a little bit and the side like caved in. Okay, so yeah, here's that strap. It looks pretty nice. I would still carry this. It may not be my very first choice, but I do like it. And then this is the Highline strap in Aqua Lime. And so it's got more of this like olive green leather piece. And then the strap itself is like a lighter green with sort of a like grayish steel blue on the outside. And this one I think looks like perfection against Mondelo Brandy. I would certainly carry these two together. Really like that pairing. And then the last aftermarket strap I'm going to show you is my Amazon strap, which you know I love. And this one I think is going to look really nice against Mondelo Brandy because it's got this more like golden brown part, but it's also got black and kind of a cream color. So yeah, I think that looks perfect against the tone of Mondelo Brandy. This strap is really kind of a chameleon. It goes with lots of different shades of brown. It can work with like Nutmeg and Cinnamon Bear, but it also works with this one. It works with Cold Brew just fine. I haven't really found a neutral bag that this strap doesn't go with. I also really like that there's a black in it, so it can go with a black bag as well. And then it also contrasts with colors like Cobalt or Night Owl, or I think it's going to look really good with Orchid too. So yeah, lots and lots of possibilities for this strap. And I do have this one linked down below with my Amazon links if you're interested in it. I'll do a little try on of this, just empty, in case this is the first medium crossbody video you're seeing of mine. I will say though that I have other medium crossbody videos that are much more thorough with like packing them up to see what fits and just exploring more details of the bag. There is a pocket in the back, so this is a nice big like tote flap style pocket. And then there's of course the pocket along the front, and otherwise it's just open inside. This is the crossbody strap on the setting that it came on, which is sort of like halfway down the set of holes. So that'll probably work well on me since I'm so short. Yeah, so if I put it on here, it hangs down around my hip. I might lengthen it to have it just a little bit longer if I was going to carry it crossbody, but this works pretty well on me. And then I often like to carry my medium crossbodies as just shoulder bags. So if I put the normal strap, the original strap, on its shortest setting, I can carry it as a shoulder bag, although it ends up being a little longer than I prefer. So it hangs down around my hip here. If I wanted it to be a shoulder bag, I probably would prefer it to be a few inches shorter to hang up here. So I could either punch more holes in the strap, which I have done on bags that I know I'm going to keep, or I could just swap it out for a shoulder strap. So here's kind of how it hangs as a shoulder bag. I wouldn't want it to be a shoulder bag if I had it really full and it was super heavy, but on a lighter carry day when it's just my like purse stuff, it works fine. Alright, well there she is. You guys let me know down in the comments what you think about my recent medium crossbody scores. I feel like I have gotten so incredibly lucky. I don't know what's going on, but I can't keep buying medium crossbodies like this. I told you guys at the beginning of this video that I did purchase another one, but I have to cut myself off. No more medium crossbodies. It's time to enjoy the ones that I have and probably let a couple of them go. I will make a medium crossbody video as soon as that other one arrives. I'll make one that's my entire collection of medium crossbodies so you can see them all and maybe you can share your opinions on which ones need to find new homes. But I just love them. I don't know, they're so hard to let go of. I'd love to hear your thoughts though. Tell me what you think about Mondelo Brandy and the style. You know, it doesn't have the zipper, which the other ones have had recently, but let me know what you think about zip versus non-zip in a bag like this. We've got the sea sale coming up on Tuesday. Again, I am going to, I think, go for one bag in that sale, and I'm planning to try for a Lola because I don't have as many Lolas right now as I have medium crossbodies, and I love them. So I'm thinking I'll be pretty happy with any color that I might get in the Lola, and sometimes they have really good unicorn ones in the sea sale. So that's going to be my pick, but I would love to hear what you guys are planning to purchase in the sea sale, or if you're going to sit it out this time. I have thoughts about the 12 Days of Joy. I'm going to see with Trish if we're going to go live on that before I spill all of my thoughts. I've been watching from the sidelines, not participating a whole lot, but I do have some thoughts about what's happening. So let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are so far, and hopefully we can chat more about that soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that I just like ramble and talk a lot in these videos, so if you enjoy it as much as I do, I so appreciate you being here. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did get some enjoyment out of it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Click that bell icon so you get notified every time I post a new video, and I will see you all in the next one.